Good morning. Welcome to Old Vine Zen. I'm Jan, and it's early like Sunday morning, and it's light out. I thought I'd wait till a little bit later this morning for some reason. So here we are. I hope that your weather is getting spring-like. It's very spring-like here, and if it's not, it's coming. It's really close. So just hang in there if you're in the middle of a storm. You know it's coming. The spring will be here. So this morning, I want to share with you a little wisdom from Bruce Lee. Now, some of you may know Bruce Lee. I've heard of him. Maybe some of you not if you're young. He was a martial artist. He wrote books. He made movies. He was in movies. And he was quite something. And in the beginning of his martial art training, he found that he was having problems with his opponents and it just wasn't working out. And he couldn't figure out why, because he had all the moves, he knew what he was doing, but it wasn't working. And then he realized what the problem was. It was because he didn't go into his matches with his opponents understanding that each opponent was going to be different, that each experience was going to be different than all the other experiences or the other matches, and that he had to adapt to his opponent. And he had a phrase that became kind of famous. The quote was, "Be like water." And what that meant was water adapts. If you pour water into a cup, it becomes the shape of a cup. If you have water running down a stream, it flows in the confines of the stream. Also, water will adapt. Let's say the water reaches a point where there's a stone or a rock. It works around it. It still ends up where it wants to go, which is the sea, but it has to adapt to these stones in its path, these obstacles. So as soon as he realized that, his matches, his opponents, he was very successful because he realized there wasn't just one way, that he had to adapt each time. Each time was different. And that's in our lives, each time. Whatever the experience, you might think today's going to be the same, but it'll be different. And so we must be flexible in how we approach each day. We'll have different people in the day. We'll have different feelings. We'll have different opponents. And so we're going to have to adapt and be flexible. And what he called this was the freedom of a clear mind, to be willing to not be so rigid, like today I'm going to have to do it this way. And then you find out, no, you can't do it that way. You're going to have to adapt to whatever is in front of you. So that's what he learned. So the quote, "be like water," is to understand that every time is going to be different. And we want to take on the shape of whatever our day gives to us. So on the deepest level, this understanding is not be rigid, um, to not get stuck in the identity. And next week I want to talk about that. That's a whole nother topic. Not get stuck in the identity and not cling to your fixed views that this day I'm going to have to do this. Well, maybe not. Maybe you're going to have to do it totally different depending on who your opponent is. So that was his teaching, and very smart teaching, because we know that every day's different. You wake up, you're different. The people you come in contact every day, it might be the same people, but they're going to be different. So then we have to adjust, right? We're going to have to be like water. Okay? So write to me, tell me what you think about that. I mean, after you meditate on it, if anything comes to mind, to adapt. And that's what true strength is. That's what true wisdom is, to understand that it's going to be different today than it was yesterday. Okay, so let's, excuse me, let's meditate on that for a few minutes. So please get comfortable. Relax, roll your shoulders back. And so, yes, I take my meditation seriously but lightly. So I do believe that it's very important, these few moments, but not too important, right? There are other things too. So relax, get in a position that works for you. If you want to lie down, lie down. If you want to sit up straight, sit up straight. If you want to recline, just recline. Okay, so I'm going to soften my gaze by looking down. My eyes are still open when I first begin, but you may close your eyes if you'd like. Either way is perfectly fine. Allow your body to settle in. Let your breathing become natural and easy. Connect with it. Feel the gentle inhalation, the gentle exhalation. Breathing in a bit of quietness. Letting go of all the noise that might be inside your head. Imagine yourself sitting beside a quiet body of water in the early morning. Perhaps it's a lake, or maybe a slow river, or even the gentle edge of the sea. The light is soft, the air is calm. The water before you moves effortlessly. Breathing in and breathing out, we feel our body respond. The softness of the belly. The fingers and toes begin to relax. The jaw softens. The eyes softly close. Breathing in, breathing out. We notice how the water doesn't struggle to be what it is. It flows. It moves when it must move, and it rests when it is still. We see a quiet strength when we look at the water. It's soft in many ways, but it's also strong. It can carve a mountain. And if a stone appears in its path, it does not argue with that stone. It simply moves around it. How intelligent is that? Let this image enter your mind. Breathing in, feel the gentle movement of life within you. Breathing out, release the tight spaces where you may be holding on. Allow your mind to soften like water. You don't have to force life. You can respond to it in a proper way, different every day. And we can bend without breaking. We can move without losing ourselves. Breathing in silently. Say to yourself, flowing. And breathing out, letting go. Breathing in, flowing. Breathing out, letting go. Rest here for a few quiet breaths by the water, by the wisdom of the water. Water does not hurry, yet it reaches the sea in its own time. It doesn't argue with the stone. It gently moves around it. Notice how clear it is when it rests, and how strong it is when it moves. It teaches us without even speaking words. When life is calm, may we rest deeply. And when life is difficult, may we move with patience and flexibility. We must remain flexible like the water. There will be many curves in our lives. Let us not fight those stones. Let us move gently around them. Wherever our path leads, may we continue to flow with awareness, kindness, and courage. Breathing in, breathing out. The beautiful lesson of the water. The beautiful lesson given to us by Bruce Lee. And as we leave this meditation, may we remember and carry it with us, that quiet wisdom of the water. Remember when life is calm to rest, and when life is difficult, move with patience and flexibility. Breathing in, breathing out. And now, as we close our meditation for today, and we slowly bring our awareness back, and we can feel our shoulders and our fingers, a little movement perhaps. And as you're ready to reopen your eyes if you'd like, or you can just remain where you are with your eyes closed. I see the sun rising and it's so pretty out. It's hard to be flexible because we want things a certain way. I'm going to close this, see if it, there. But, we're living plan B, aren't we? Plan A, not so much. Plan B. There is no plan A. I mean, that's the perfect. Nothing's perfect. So we're living plan B. So we have to be flexible and find those moments of joy when we can. A beautiful sunrise, a beautiful sunset, a beautiful meditation, a beautiful moment. I thank you for watching, and write to me if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you. But I can adapt. So take care of yourselves. Take a few moments every day for a little R&R for your mind. Your mind needs to rest as much as your body. And really, your body can't rest unless your mind is rested. So keep it clear. Okay? Keep it in the present moment. All right, it's safer here than in the future, believe me, or the past. Keep it right here. Okay, I'll see you soon. Ollie is still in bed. I'm in my meditation room, and he didn't want to get up because we get up super early, so he's on his second go around for his nap. So take care, and thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. I truly do. Okay.